So on this first section, the first exercise, what I'd recommend for you to do after this webinar is really to check out or to assess your employees' performance potential and to be able to unlock it with some development tools and development programs. So what defines? So on this first section, the first exercise, what I'd recommend for you to do after this webinar is really to check out or to assess your employees' performance potential and to be able to unlock it with some development tools and development programs. Okay? So what I need you to do is, first of all, match your employees' daily efforts with your business objectives. Like we saw in previous sessions during the SMEP program, the SME program, is we talked about strategy, we talked about innovation, we talked about leadership, and now we're talking about talent. So during those earlier stages, you've defined your mission, your vision, your objectives. So of course, when you put your team in place, their efforts, their activities, and their objectives need to be matching to your strategy, to your business objectives. So everything converges towards the same goals and towards the same results. It's very important to keep your employees energized and engaged. Okay? When you have an idle employee, it will cost you a lot of money to have somebody sitting not doing anything. So you need to keep them engaged, energized with projects, with activities. You need to allow them to innovate and to create. And also develop and reinforce the pay for performance culture. And here I want to be very clear, because it's not that everything, every time somebody need to ask an employee to do something, you need to give them a bonus. This is not what we mean here. But what we mean is to be able to reward your employees at the right time. So sometime in the past, companies used to do annual performance reviews. At the end of the year, you get your bonus, everything, and everybody's happy. Today, in the modern practices, if you wish, performance reviews are done throughout the year, performance evaluations. Informal, of course, informal reviews, but it's very important to do spot-on rewards. So if you see an employee who did a very good job, or who solved an issue, or who helped to the client, reward them. And that doesn't mean only with cash or money. It can be a gesture, a thank you, a pat on the back, to make sure to let them know that that they've done a good job. Because employees are always going to look up to their managers to see, okay, do you see me? I'm doing well. Can you see that? So it's very important to let them know that. And ensure performance evaluation, like I said. And ensure it on a continuous basis. So every now and then, the manager needs to sit down with their employees, look at what they're doing, realign, if needed, on some of the objectives that they have. Because maybe you've given them, the manager has given tasks to the employees, and maybe something changed in the direction of the company, but it should be reflected on those activities as well. So make sure you're always aligned between the objectives of the company and those of the employees. Just a small fact here that 95% of employees are unaware of their company top objectives. So it's very important to correct this number and to lower it, and to make sure that your employees are aligned with you on your strategy. So what defines talent development? It's really preparing your employees for current and future successes. And here I want to stress on the current and the future. We don't mean that we only want to develop our employees for an immediate project or a current project. No, I want to develop my employee to be able to manage and to become leaders later on, and to evolve within the business. A Mercer study showed that companies are spending money are investing into the talent development. 60% increase in talent development programs. There are still, of course, 29% who are still spending the same, and 11% decrease, maybe because of the economy, but we are seeing increase in investments for talent development. But when they drilled further into the study, they found that only 24% of those plans are effective. So maybe companies are providing training. They're sending their people to training to show, look, I'm doing training, I'm doing development, I'm bringing in the best consultants in the world to do training. But are these programs effective? Are they giving results? So again, when you put in place a program, you need to be able to assess it and to measure it to make sure that it's effective. So your talent development plan should be a top agenda item on the leadership team during the leadership team meetings or the leadership team plan. Okay, this is something I've seen lots of companies when they work on their key performance indicators for the whole company. Human capital management is one of the top items that they have on there. It allows you, if you have a talent development plan, it allows you to identify the required skills and capabilities needed for your business. So if you plan on entering a new market, if you plan on adding a new service or creating a new product, you need to make sure that you have the skills in-house and the capabilities. And if you don't have them, you need to be able to develop them. So that when you do a talent development plan, you can identify what's required. You can see what's there within your company. So whatever you have currently within the business, and it allows you to align with your vision and with your strategy and grow in a healthy way, if you wish. Again, the talent development plan should be applicable across the entire organization. So it's very important not to do just a one plan here on a one plan there, like a bandage, like a fix. You know, you should have a comprehensive plan for the organization. And again, I'm not saying spend lots of money and thousands of dollars on a plan. This is not what we're saying. What we're saying, we need to identify the areas where we need to develop the people and put a plan in place that is applicable to the whole organization. But at the same time, it should be effective at the individual level. So me as an employee, when I go in and follow a certain development program or a training or I do an activity, I need to come out of it and feel that I've accomplished something, that I've learned something new, that I've acquired a new skill. So I don't want to go to a training and come out of it. It's like, oh, okay, I listened to a lecture. It was nice. I saw my friends. Fine. This is not an effective plan. It won't give me any satisfaction. It's money spent in the wrong way. So make sure it's effective.